Hey guys, this is Sam from Jerry Beans coming today with the deck profile of my Sylvans. The fun deck I've been working on until the new support comes out. Then it'll be boss, but I'm just trying a few things with it right now. But here it goes. Okay, first for the monsters. 3 Hermitry. When he's normal summon, you can activate up to 2, so you choose 1 or 2, then activate that many. If any plant monsters are excavated, send them to the grave. And when he's excavated, you can destroy 1 monster on the field. Next, 3 Hermitries. Once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant monster, draw 1 card. If it's not, just send it to the bottom of the deck. Now, when he's excavated, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them in any order. Really helps to get to stuff that you need faster. Next is the core heart of the deck, Komashrimo. When he's flip face up, you can choose from between numbers 1 and 5 and excavate that many cards. Any plant monster sent to the excavate will be sent to the grave, and all non-plant, any other thing that are not plants are sent to the bottom of the deck. When he's excavated, he destroys a spell trap card on the field. Next, the monster born of the deck. I was running him at 2, but I decided to go up to 3, and that's 3 Peacekeeper. And when he's normal or special summon, you can activate the top card of your deck. If it's a plant type monster, send it to the grave. If it's not a plant type, just send it back to the bottom of the deck. When he's excavated, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower plant type monster. And next, I was running this at 3, but I lowered it down to 2 because 3 started to get too cloggy. And that's 2 Flower Knot. When he's normal summoned, you can activate the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant type monster, send it to the grave. If not, send it back to the bottom of the deck. But when he's activated, you can put any Sylvan monster from your deck and put it on top of your deck. Next, I was running 2, but I lowered it down to 1, and that's 1 Blade Fender. When he attacks a monster and destroys it by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can activate the top card of your deck, and if the plant top monster is sent to the grave. And when he's excavated, you can add him back to your hand. And then, last of the Sylvan monsters is 1 Guardioak. Once per turn, you can normal summon. You can excavate from 1 to 3. You can choose from 1 to 3 and excavate that many cards from the top of your deck. Any plant type monsters are sent to the graveyard, and any other cards are sent to the bottom of the deck. When he's excavated, you can choose 1 plant type monster from your graveyard and put it on top of your deck. And now, the best part of the deck, 2 Lone Fire. When you you can tribute. Well, no need to explain. But this is the main thing to go for when you set up your plays. You activate Mount Sylvania's effect. Discard a plant type monster from hand and put a plant type monster a Sylvan monster on top of the deck. Then when you excavate the top card of your deck and Peacekeeper goes to grave, you summon Lone Fire. And then next is 2 Copy Plant. This card helps me out so much because this you have a Hermitry on field, you draw into this, summon, copy, and exceed into Felgrand or Alcay. But you can also summon this back with Fertilizer or Peacekeeper. And then the Plant Engine, Lone Fire, Spore, and Debris. No need to explain that. And then my own personal attack is Zephyros the Elite. Reason why is because you have Miracle Fertilizer on field. Activate its effect, summon a plant type monster from grave. Then if you have Zephyros in grave, you can bounce Fertilizer back. Summon Zephyros, reactivate Miracle Fertilizer, and summon another plant monster and go for an Exceed or Synchro. Now for the spells. I run 3 Mount Sylvania. Once per turn, you can discard 1 plant type monster from your hand and put 1 Sylvan type monster on the top of your deck. And during each of your opponent's end phase, you can activate the top card of your deck if it's a plant type monster. Send it to the graveyard. If it's not, you can replace it back on the top or bottom of your deck. Three Miracle Fertilizer. This helps out so much because when you exceed with the monster that you bring back with this, you can keep on using it, but if you synchro, the monster's gone, or if you lone fire it's gone. And I was running 2 Circle of the Fire Kings in this deck, but they were starting to become too dead, so I replaced them with 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Reason is because there will be times where I just need to destroy my opponent's back row if all my mushrooms are gone or in the grave. And then one for one. That way you can get a Hermitry out of hand, or just something that you don't need in your hand, and 1 Foolish Burial. Also helps with Zephyros plays. Now, I was running Cherubi May in here, but she also became too cloggy and she became not needed in the deck. And now for the traps, I run 3 Called the Haunted. This helps so much. This card is just so broken in this deck. I just like it. I would not run no less than 3. And then I was running this at 3. I lowered it down to 2, and that's Wabaku. This helps out so much because if you have a Peacekeeper on field and your opponent's about to attack into it and about to go for game, you can activate this. Gives you enough time to help. And then the last card is Mirror Force. Yeah, I took 1 Wabaku out for a Mirror Force because this deck needs a Mirror Force in this. Now, when the new support comes out, I will update this because then Sylvans are getting a Graceful Charity and a Pot of Avarice, and they're also getting a rank 7 Exceed. And now for the extra deck. 1 Felgrand. I was running Alcay at 2, but when I got my Felgrand, I just took 1 out for Felgrand. 101, sorry about that. 1 Leviair. Now I'm wanting to run shooting Quasar on this deck, but I don't know how to use that yet on here in this deck. Don't know how to figure it out yet, but for right now I'm using 1 Shooting Star, 1 Star Eater. This card has helped me out in so many games, and that's Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree, because he cannot be targeted during the battle phase. My opponent can only target him during my main phase too, so you just attack with him and then go directly to your end phase, so that way they can't target him. 1 Crimson Blader for Mermails, or any deck that summons level 5 or higher monsters. 1 Stardust Spark. This card helps out in this deck so much. 1 Stardust, of course, for Shooting Star. And plus he helps like if your opponent tries to Mirror Force you or Dark Hole. 1 Paladin Zectron. Because when he is synchro summoned, on that turn he is synchro summoned, he cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Also, you take no damage. 1 Black Rose. I'm thinking about running this at 2, but I'm not for sure yet. 1's really helping me out. I think 2 would just help me even better. 1 Queen of Thorns is for, I only summon this when I'm going against non-plant decks, like Bujans, Girgias, Mermails, Prophecies, or anything besides plants. 1 Catastor. No explanation. And 1 Formula Synchron. I'm thinking about running a Hyper Librarian in this deck. If I did, I would probably take Powered and Zectron out, just because I can easily Black Rose during my opponent's turn. Yeah, I don't have a side deck for this deck yet, because I don't have any cards to build a side deck with, but let me know what you think, and comment, rate, and subscribe. Later, YouTube.